There is a smoking gun letter dated February 27th, 2025, that proves that the Trump administration had and has an Epstein list. Is it complete? Well, we don't know, but we now know that they are lying. And here's the critical aspect of it. You don't need to speculate. You don't need to email anyone. You don't need to hack into anything. Thanks to Freedom of Information Act requests, we have the letter that proves they have way more than they are claiming to have. This is a letter from the Office of the Attorney General, meaning Pam Bondi. The letter is signed by Pam Bondi, written to FBI Director Kash Patel. Folks, these are public documents, okay? Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, this is the key, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, a list of victims' names, and phone numbers. Okay. They say there is no list, and we suspected that that was semantics, because here is Pam Bondi acknowledging before getting additional documents. This is what she already had before getting additional documents. Flight logs, which tell you where planes went and who was on the planes. Epstein's list of contacts, which, by the way, is also available. I looked at it. Ivanka Trump is on there. All sorts of people are on there. And a list of the victims' names and phone numbers. Damn, that does sound like the Epstein list, which they now claim what to have. Pam Bondi goes on to say, I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my request, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. So here Pam Bondi is saying, not only do I have 200 pages of documents, which certainly meet the colloquial definition of the Epstein list, she is aware of something that is at least 5 times larger, right? At least 1,000 pages, and she says thousands, so it actually could be at least 10 times larger or more than what she already has. And now we're supposed to believe there's no list? The FBI had thousands of pages conforming to what we colloquially know of as a list, and Pam Bondi had hundreds of pages of what would be a list. And she goes on to say, despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio and video recordings, and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients, regardless of how such information was obtained. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. So there's 3 important aspects to this letter. Number 1, Pam Bondi acknowledges having 200 pages of documents that are certainly a list. The flights, who was on them, Epstein's contacts, and victim names. That's a list. Okay, she had it. Now she says she doesn't. The FBI, according to Pam Bondi in this letter, had thousands of pages compared to Pam Bondi's hundreds, thousands of pages, which the FBI has also said, we don't have anything either. Over the last 10 days, we've heard from the DOJ, we have nothing, and the FBI, we have nothing. So that's lie number 2. And then thirdly, it would be interesting to get a definitive answer. Did the FBI comply with the Attorney General's demand that by the following morning, February 28th, the full files be delivered? If they didn't, why were they allowed to get away with that? And if they did, why does Pam Bondi now, with hundreds of her own files and thousands of additional documents from the FBI, claim that she has nothing? The stuff is happening in plain sight. It's happening in plain sight. And Trump is so triggered that he is now going after a sitting senator. Your personal data is everywhere and you might not even know. People search sites and data brokers are quietly publishing your name, address, phone number, even things like property records, political views. It is not just creepy, it's dangerous because scammers and fraudsters and shady marketers can use this information every day. Our sponsor, Incogni, solves the problem for you. Incogni contacts the data broker sites on your behalf and forces them to delete your data. The data brokers are legally obligated to comply, and Incogni handles the entire process for you. Incogni is now taking this even further with their custom removals feature included in the unlimited plan. They've got their 250 plus sites where removal is automated, but if you find your information anywhere else, you can custom submit that and they will have it removed manually. This is serious protection. Using Incogni can cut way down on the spam calls and the messages that you get. Fewer risks, more control over your identity. Try it risk-free for 30 days and get 60% off an annual plan when you go to incogni.com/Pacman. The link is in the description.